Hey guys, it's the Loud Guys. Today we are going to watch just how big is the US military. So we have seen a lot of videos about US military, but I think so the size of the US military does not encompasses in our videos. And I think so this video should let us know even more about how big is the US military. We have seen, and even the thumbnail of this video is very interesting, how all these planes are there and how many planes are there on that path. So we have seen how US can fight the world, how US can make sure that they destroy all the big countries of this world. But yes, we have to see how big their US military is, how massive, not in the, it can be in numbers, it can be in the number of planes, it can be in the quality, it can be in everything. So let's see this video.
So yeah, this video is going to be very interesting, and previously we saw a lot of videos where we got to know that how powerful the British American military is, and we also got to know that how many weapons they have. We got to know about different weapons and all, but we are not familiar about that how big it is. We previously we saw a Navy one, and before that I do think that we only saw a Navy one only, and that normal army, but we didn't see how big it is. And they here in this video they're gonna cover each and every groups of the military. We can say group, I don't know what we call it, but yeah, they're gonna talk about different groups and everything. They're gonna talk about Navy one, they're gonna talk about the army, they're gonna talk about the special army force people. So here they're gonna cover each and every part of the video. So definitely this video is going to be very interesting as well as knowledgeable for both of us. So yeah, let's watch the video.
Let's see how big the US military actually is. It looks like a start of a
just how big
very
is the
evil
U.S.
movie.
military? The U.S. military machine is a fearful and gargantuan beast. Last year, the U.S. spent 37% of the entire global defense expenditures, worth $688.02 billion on its military.
37% of the entire world.
The White House's annual spend is the equivalent of the next 7 biggest defense spenders: China, Saudi Arabia, UK, India, France, and Japan added together.
Combined.
America doesn't just have some of the most advanced weaponry at its disposal. It has about 800 military bases outside the United States, and it swells the annual budget. The U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Navy, and the U.S. Marine Corps combined are considered the world's most powerful military. To better understand just how big the American military is, let's take a look at the military power that the U.S. President has at his command. U.S. Air Force. The United States Air Force, USAF, is the air service branch of the United States Armed Forces. It's one of the 8 U.S. uniformed services initially formed as a part of the United States Army on August 1st, 1907.
Wow.
The U.S. Air Force will pound enemies with devastating consequences for weeks before a ground invasion begins. No expense has been spared assembling a frightening array of planes designed to win air superiority, rapidly respond anywhere on the globe, conduct surveillance, and build intelligence.
So powerful.
As of 2017, the Air Force had more than 5,300 aircraft, 406 nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, and 170 military satellites. Drones have also recently become a recent deadly item of military hardware to call on.
5,300.
3 types of long-range and stealth bombers totaling 152 planes can take to the air and drop nuclear bombs and conventional weapons. The Air Force has 74 B-52H Stratofortress bombers capable of carrying 32,000 kilograms of weaponry, 59 B-1B Lancers, and 19 B-2A Spirits. The jewels in the U.S. Air Force crown are 1,442 blisteringly fast fighter jets, including the F-16C, F-15E, F-15C, F-22A, and F-35A, all armed with high-powered cannons and missiles. All the hardware and tech is flown, operated, and supported by 321,444 active-duty airmen, 141,000 civilian personnel, 69,000 reservists, and more than 100,000 in the Air National Guard.
Oh, wow.
U.S. Navy.
So they have good amount of people, but they have a lot amount of aircraft.
The United States Navy is the maritime service branch of the United States Armed Forces and one of the 8 uniformed services of the United States. The U.S. understands the importance of dominating the seas and have assembled a formidable navy. There are 336,978 sailors on active duty and 101,583 in reserve. America has 11 active aircraft carriers to control the world's oceans, with 2 more in production. Its nuclear-powered aircraft carriers have an almost unlimited range. A single aircraft carrier transporting fighter jets and bombers is typically supported by 3 destroyers or cruisers, a frigate, and 2 attack submarines.
Wow.
The U.S. Navy has 68 modern destroyers capable of countering threats on and below the water and from the air. More than 50 submarines, many capable of silently launching Trident nuclear missile strikes hidden from view, can sail into battle with 22 frigates and 15 corvette vessels.
They don't have
Many
one or
U.S.
two
ships
of
can
anything.
launch the feared BGM-109
10,
Tomahawk
15,
missiles,
20, 40.
Harpoon missiles, and Sidewinders, also well-known weapons in the U.S. Navy quiver. The Navy's other nuclear weapon is the air-deployed B-61 nuclear bomb, a thermonuclear device that can be dropped by the Fa-18 Hornet and Super Hornet. Naval aircraft can drop all kinds of smart and cluster bombs on the enemy. In total, U.S. naval assets total 415. The Navy is bolstered with more than 3,600 aircraft and 50,000 non-combat vehicles. U.S. Army.
Each of their arm is so strong.
The
Navy
United
is so
States
strong.
Army
Air Force
is the
so
land
strong.
service branch of the United States Armed Forces. It's one of the 8 U.S. uniformed services and is designated as the Army of the United States in the U.S. Constitution. There are more than 1 million active duty U.S. soldiers comprising 476,000 regular troops, a 343,000 strong National Guard, and U.S. Army reserves totaling 199,000 soldiers.
Wow.
The U.S. has 62,000 combat tanks to support its soldiers, a significant number, but less than Russia and China. It has 39,200 armored vehicles, which include armored personnel carriers, APCs, and infantry fighting vehicles, IFVs. The U.S. Army can shell its enemies with 1,050 vehicles with mounted rockets and 864 towable artillery cannons and deadly field guns.
Wow. Massive.
U.S. Marine Corps.
Aren't U.S. Marine part of the normal army?
The United States Marine Corps, USMC, also referred to as the United States Marines, is the Maritime Land Force Service branch of the United States Armed Forces, responsible for conducting expeditionary and amphibious operations with the U.S. Navy, Army, and Air Force.
Oh, wow.
As of 2017, there are 186,000 active duty Marines and some 38,500 in reserve, making it the smallest U.S. military service. In line with its agile operational remit, the Marines have an array of weaponry at their disposal, including almost 20,000 armored carriers and trucks, 400 M1 Abrams tanks, and 1,300 amphibious assault vehicles. From the air, the Marines can unleash 168 Fa-18 Hornets and hundreds of F-35 Lightning II and AV-8 Harrier
So
jets.
Marines have everything.
The Marines can call on around 150 AH-1 Cobra gunships, dozens of Hercules aircraft to move troops, and the support of unmanned drones.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, so US Army is very very big. I think so if Indian Army is compared to US Army, there is only one thing that Indian Army will come on top, and that will be the size of the army personnel. And that is, I think so, India has more, because India has much big population than that of USA, and due to that we have a lot of army personnel. I think so we have the highest number of army personnel if compared all around the world. But yes, we all know that those numbers do not count, because it's the quality that matters, and the quality is with the number of aircrafts, number of tanks, number of gunships and everything. And there is just one leader all around the world, and that is USA. I think so this video should have ended when at the start of this video the author was saying that okay, the US spends about 27% of the world's defense budget. So if the world is spending 100% and you are spending 27% of it, so you are just too big for anyone else to do anything about. And even the next 6 budgets, and you have combined more than that. So it is something like okay, like we normally compare like okay, US versus China, US versus Russia. I think so Russia and China can only dream about coming anywhere near to USA, because how big and how just massively they are. I just want to know like how it all started. Like when did US felt that okay, like we have to become the major power, because they were also once the colony of the Britishers, and then when did they thought that okay, we want to rule the world, and now they are ruling the world.
Seriously, this video was so informative, and literally I got so shocked to see the amount which the American army has. It's not like in this video they didn't cover about the that much about the soldiers, but they talked about the weapons into it. They talked that how many weapons do America has, and even to be honest, I even didn't hear the names about it. And it literally, and as Padam says that quality quality matters, quantity doesn't matters. And if we that we all are agree that we humans can never win the fight without the weapons. Like for example, if India don't has a good weapons, then definitely, and if it has so many people into it, if they has so many soldiers into the army, but still the India wouldn't survive in front of the America. So it is very important for us Indians to invest in more weapons. But I hope, but as we all know that it also the weapons also represents the power the country has. The whole world knows that how many weapons does America has and how powerful it is. That's the reason no one try to argue with the America, and every country, most of the country do respect America. So that is also one of the reason. But yeah, this video was so impressive, and I literally got shocked to see the amount of America which it has in terms of army and all. So this is the reason why we say that America is so powerful. So yeah, I really enjoyed this video, and as I told you earlier that this is a informative video.
This video showed us that how actually this big is USA. So what do you guys think about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
That's right. Bye.
bye.